don't have anything against James Dolan. I'll go down the list. I'll do something. Are you ready for this, John? Don't collapse, John. Don't collapse. Are you ready for this? I'm about to come to the defense of James Dolan. You don't hear anybody coming to the defense of James Dolan. Allow me to be the first. James Dolan. Yes, he's been accused of being bored on third base thinking he hit a triple. Born with the proverbial silver spoon in his mouth and all of that other nonsense. All of these things have been said about James Dolan. Let me be the first to come to his defense in this regard. Yes, he's got deep pockets. Yes, he's never hesitated to spend. Yes, as an African American, I've watched him put African Americans in prominent positions. I watched Isaiah Thomas get his shot. I see Steve Mills has been kept around. I've seen Scott Perry being brought on board. I see David Fisdale as the coach. There are a plethora of individuals, players and beyond, who he takes tremendous care of. Former players, present players, etc. Charles Oakley's situation, fiasco notwithstanding. James Dolan is considered an individual that does a lot of good and is not given enough credit for it. So there, I said it. Here's the problem. He can be petulant and petty, and he's usually public when he does it. Doesn't have the decency to disguise it in any way. Charles Oakley's causing a problem, you have him physically removed. A fan asks you to sell a team, you have him physically banned from the Garden. You got a problem with the New York Daily News, you're banning them from press conferences and draft parties and all of this other stuff. Incurring $50,000 fines from the league office, knowing it's a violation. Knowing that free agency is about to be here. What the hell are you doing?
I think in the NBA, an 82-game regular season feels kind of like an afterthought versus football, where you could argue we have the most important regular season in sports, right?
What's going on in the NBA are there are some people in the league office and at the team level who feel like our regular season product is lousy.
When you're charging the amount of money that they are for tickets, and you have times when your stars don't play, you've got a lot of upset people.
The coming generation, they're just not going to tune into Magic Nets on a Monday night.
Dong, ding, 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 dong. Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance, cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at Progressive.com. Plus, you know what never goes out of style? Surprising a friend or loved one with a dazzling bouquet or arrangement from 1-800-Flowers.com. Starting at just $29.99. To order today, go to 1-800-Flowers.com/ESPN. Before I go back to the phones, Adrian Wojnarowski, our ultimate NBA insider extraordinaire for the ESPN family. Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted that Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers, at least it's official July 6th, has agreed to waive his trade kicker. For those of you who don't know what a trade kicker is, essentially 15% of what's left on your deal is what you are entitled to immediately upon arriving at a new team who has traded for you. It's a dissuasive measure implemented into a contract during negotiations to sort of help a player dictate movement. Because if you got to give up a boatload of money up front, if you were to trade the dude, that might dissuade teams from trying to acquire him. Anthony Davis' case, that number was $4 million. That $4 million was supposedly problematic because the Los Angeles Lakers need all the money that they can get because they're trying to build a team. Because the only guys on the contract essentially is LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Kyle Kuzma, with a bunch of little parts we don't give a damn about. They only got about 4 or 5 players in the contract. So Anthony Davis willing to shred his $4 million trade kicker, that's great PR. Because he's showing what he's willing to do to be a Laker. He's showing what he's willing to do to help this team build a team so you can legitimately compete for a championship. Now, obviously, he can make the money back. an endorsements deal, you in L.A. Hell, LeBron James can choose to give him $4 million if he wanted to. It ain't no supervision on the part of the NBA. If LeBron James wants to throw $4 million in his bank account, he certainly made enough money. LeBron damn near a billionaire. So chances are he ain't missing the money at all. But the point is, it's great PR. It shows unselfishness or commitment on the part of Anthony Davis, no matter which way you twist it. It's a good move for the Lakers. Good job by Rich Paul, Rob Pelinka, and all of those boys. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Back to the phones we go. Let's go to Hunter. You're live with Stephen A. What's up?
Hey, Stephen A. How you doing?
I'm all right. Go ahead.
So everyone's talked about Anthony Davis, and everyone's looking for players to fill out the roster, and everyone's giving the new coaches the benefit of the doubt. But there's one thing the Lakers organization has that if they don't address, it will stop them before they even reach the Western Conference Finals. And that's,
Sir, I have to stop you and hang up. You're in a tunnel. I can't understand a damn word that you're saying. That means my listeners can't understand a damn word that you're saying. I'm sorry. You should have been in a clearer place. Let's go to Jamie. You're live with Stephen A. Go ahead, Jamie.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
How you doing, Stephen A?
I'm all right. Go ahead.
Stephen A., I don't remember exactly what your colleague Max Kellerman's point was, but I had to disagree
Neither do
with you
I.
about Jimmy.
Go ahead.
I had to disagree with you about Jimmy Butler going to the Rockets. I think you have to consider who the owner is for the Rockets. And the owner, as you have stated many times, is Tillman Fertitta, who's a man who's straight to the point. I believe that Tillman Fertitta is also behind trying to get Jimmy Butler to the Rockets because as an owner who wants to win, I believe that he wants to get somebody who's got a similar mindset and let's win.
That's fair.
Do everything we can.
That's fair. I definitely agree with you there because that mindset is incredibly important to him, and he needs somebody who's reliable to be a supplementary piece to James Harden. My issue with Houston is not Jimmy Butler's potential arrival. It's the fact that Jimmy Butler, CP3, and Harden are being coached by Mike D'Antoni. I think Mike D'Antoni has a better chance with two of them than three of them. That's my issue.
Stephen A., you brought this up. When Jimmy Butler got to Philadelphia, I believe you were the one who said this. He got in Brett Brown's face, correct?
Yes, he did.
Who says he's not going to do that to Mike D'Antoni?
Yeah, but is it going to work? See, that's my problem. You have parts in Philadelphia where you could get away with that. That could work. But Mike D'Antoni, listen, two of his coaches are gone. And he never cared about defense to begin with. That's my issue.
In my opinion, that's where Jimmy Butler would come in because Jimmy Butler, he used to be known as a great defensive stopper. And on top of that, I believe that if he does have the backing of Tillman Fertitta, considering all the work that it is taking to try to get him there, I believe that Jimmy Butler would have enough cachet to say, hey, could we try to get a new coach up in here?
I got you. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. That's a very interesting point. I appreciate it, man. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. Back with your calls to close out the show in a minute. It's the Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio, ESPN News. By the way, when you're hiring, you don't want to waste time sorting through dozens of irrelevant resumes. You want an efficient way to get to a short list of qualified candidates. That's why you need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes, set up screening questions based on your job requirements, then zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. Discover why 3 million businesses use Indeed for hiring. Post a job today at Indeed.com/hire. Search for greatness. Search Indeed.
The 2019 30th and all proceeds benefit the V Foundation for Cancer Research. Join us starting June 30th at ebay.com/ESPN. In the fight against cancer, we'll never give up.